I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. You come around, yeah. You ease my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about those comments, I'm way too numb, yeah. It's way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time. I need the Heimlich, throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around, when you throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. 713 through the 281, yeah, I'm riding. Why they on me? Why they on me? I'm flying, sipping low key. I'm sipping low key at Onyx, find a rider. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. You come around, yeah. You ease my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about those comments, I'm way too numb, yeah. It's way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time. I need the Heimlich, throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around, when you throw that to the side, yeah. When I'm pulling up right beside you, pop star Lil Mariah. When I text Kick Game Wireless, throw a stack on the Bible. Never Snapchat or took Molly. She fall through plenty, her and all her guineas. Yeah, we at the top floor, right there off Duini. Yeah. Oh no, I can't fuck with y'all. Yeah, when I'm with my squad, I cannot do no wrong. Yeah, saucepan in the city, don't get misinformed. Yeah, they gon' pull up on you. Yeah, we gon' do some things you can't relate. Yeah, cause we from a place you cannot stay. Or you can't go, or I don't know. Or back the fuck up off. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. You come around, yeah. You ease my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about those comments, I'm way too numb, yeah. It's way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time. I need the Heimlich, throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around, when you throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time.
Hair go long like Chia, money go long like Nia. I ain't in the big idea. My twins big like Tia. My twins big like Tia Tamara. Why Tia Tamara? Why Tia Tamara? Why Tia Tamara? Hair go long like Chia, money go long like Nia. I am the big idea. My twins big like Tia. My twins big like Tia Tamara. Why Tia Tamara? Why Tia Tamara? Why Tia Tamara? They say Doja hit so sticky. I said thank you very much. Bent the whole world over and said thank you very much. She's like pizzeria. Have a seat, bitch, please. IKEA. From the west side like Maria. I'm hot like grits, Medea. Beat the pussy up, call Peter. I rock the boat like a Leah. I rock a bob like Sia. Doja on deck, bitch, Rhea. Dick in the thigh, dick in the waist. Dick in the right motherfucking places. Hits like Venus Serena. He wanna eat up the Caesar. Bonita, bonita, bonita. Baby girl needed the wiener. Dug in the guts in a skeeter. Arena, arena, arena. I'm in the hall, Regina. I'm on the wall, a genius. I am the whiz, the teacher. Skinny legend like Wiz Khalifa. Hair go long like Chia. Money go long like Nia. I am the big idea. My twins big like Tia. My twins big like Tia Tamara. Why Tia Tamara? Why Tia Tamara?
What is up, everybody? What's up, YouTube? I hope we're all doing okay. Let's get our Let's get the forum pulled up here. Oh, I also need to get YouTube chat pulled up on the screen. What's up, Tony? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, guys, I currently have COVID, so that is no fun. Let's do it this way. You know what? I don't know how we're gonna do this. Figure it out. So I'm gonna end that music. You guys can see that. Perfect. We'll just leave it that way then. How about that? All right, guys. Thanks for joining us today. God, where the camera is off. Up, Casey Berg. It was in fact a forward sweep. I definitely didn't have that on my bingo card. That was pretty awesome. We love to see it. Congratulations to Ryan Blaney. Let's join the Discord crew and get into it one final time for 2023. Join up. Get ready for chaos. Hey guys, what's going on? We are live for the final time of 2023.
Oh, we're live streaming this one?
We are live streaming it. Yeah, we are live. I do have the COVID. I've got the Rona 3000. No fun.
Oh no.
But we
got the
we persevere. We persevere. This is the third time that Dogleg Matt has had the Rona, so I'm an experienced veteran in this game.
COVID-19.
But let's get into it. How's everybody doing? This is the checkered flag on the 2023 season.
Yeah.
Thank God I'm doing pretty good. This is my 18th Canadian Drive of the week.
Good God.
Yes,
This man needed them after the last two races. Today was good though. I can't wait to get into it.
Yeah.
But without further ado, let's jump in. Let's start it off with this is the first time since we've been doing the live streams that we are the numerical order and the finishing order. We're starting out with the same guy, Ross Chastain.
I give Brad
no doubt.
Starts in 31st and 12th, I think. Pretty good performance for him. I hope someone left.
Yeah, I mean, Chastain, he was solid all day. Third stage 1, second stage 2, and the win at the very end. Very serendipitous.
We're gonna get a double 10 episode, I believe, right, boys and girls and everybody listening.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we'll get to that in a brief moment. But as for Ross, I just want to say a couple of things for him. I mean, he fought. I mean, during the race, there's no doubt that Blaney had the faster car compared to Ross, but Ross fought him like an absolute champion there.
He did. I agree 100%.
It makes Ross getting eliminated just that much harder because had he made the round of 8, he probably would have made it to Phoenix.
Well, I mean, I would have to check what his finishing results were in his previous races, but yeah, had he
might have, because he was great at Vegas, and I think he was alright at Martinsville.
Well, yeah, but the only problem was I still don't think Chastain would have made it, to be honest, because the points would have reset, he said, and considering the fact that 3 guys won their way in, and Byron was the only one to point his way in, and considering where Chastain wasn't the points, I don't think he would have made it considering the finishes, but still.
Phenomenal day.
Yeah,
it's a 10.
But yeah, still great effort from Chastain. And now let's move on to her 2023 champion, Ryan Blaney.
Man, this was awesome, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean, if I could get him more than a 10, he would get it.
I mean, he started off rough, but he worked his way through the field. Got the car going, and didn't win the race, but he won the championship.
Yeah, and I mean, that car was a rocket ship. That car was so fast.
My question is,
well,
finally got a championship.
Call it a rocket ship because if you're gonna call it a rocket ship, you're gonna need to win because it wasn't fast enough to pass Chastain in at the end. Although then again, in Chastain was blocking like a champion, but still, very fast car, deserving 10. Congrats to Ryan Blaney, and congrats to Ford overall. Sweeps the NASCAR 2023
They
championship.
swept the weekend. That's awesome.
That's gotta be the first time this happened.
How the hell did Dale Jr. call that, bro? He said Ryan Blaney during May.
Yeah, does anybody have the stat? Was this the first time that a manufacturer swept the weekend?
Probably.
We have to look it up.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody had that stat handy, but
yeah. Well, let's drop that in the race reaction whenever someone does go back and find all of it.
Yep.
But yeah, congrats heads to Ford. Even if their Truck Series one was very undeserving.
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
talk for hours on hours about that race.
Yeah,
and,
we'll get
That
to
was
that.
not worth staying up till 1 in the morning for.
You got into the final four in a strategy call and then got really.
You want to know the truck race, man? Just read the chat.
Yeah, well,
it was amazing.
Okay, chaps, let's rant about that after we do finish this up. But yeah, Blaney 10. Let's move on to Kyle Larson, our second place in the championship.
I mean, I'm gonna give him a 9. You know, he was one step short of a 10.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really any other scoring to give him a 9. He was fast all day, just not quite as fast as Blaney. And credit to Larson, his pit crew was on it, and he might have had the championship had he been able to been able to block like Chastain was at the end there, because he was ahead of him at the end.
Well, and I personally think that Blaney had a better car than Larson though. So I mean, it was even Larson touched on it. He also had a better. Yeah, I mean it was. I mean, he gets a 9. He didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
You know, it came down to
nothing wrong, just not enough.
Yep. Then that brings us to our third place championship finisher, William Byron. And I guess we give him I'm going to give him an 8.
150.
I'm between a 9 and an 8 on him because he wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, he was top 5 all day. He finished top 5 stages, and he won stage 1. Actually, nothing really wrong. Just once the rubber came in,
I'll give him a 9. There. I'm going to give him a 9 as well. I mean, 2 steps,
I'm
1
give
step.
Him a nice 6.
Yeah. I mean, realistically speaking, I think he did the best he could with what the car was doing.
Nice
I mean, he was able to hold on to the fifth spot. Fourth spot actually. You know, despite this car clearly not being fast enough to hold that spot.
Right.
But yeah.
So
Byron's a 9. It definitely could have been better by a lot, but it also could have been way worse. Still a good season overall.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt at all.
And let's move on to Chris Buescher.
Man, I mean, solid day. Won the second stage. He looked good.
Yeah, I mean, Buescher definitely had a fast car. There's no doubt about it.
It is Wheaties.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, his crew lost a bunch of spots on pit road, and from there, he just had to work his way back through with a fast field. But still, he had a fast car, and he drove it well.
I'm gonna give him a 9. I mean,
I'll say a 9.
He was very solid today. His pit crew didn't do him any favors, and he still managed a great finish. So.
RFK was flying today.
This guy's gonna be a force to be reckoned with whenever we get to New Hampshire next year, man.
Yeah, but yeah, he's definitely I'm petting him to my playoff of bracket early. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, he definitely, absolutely. Then we get to Martin Truex Jr., who next year could be the swan song season.
I mean, for Truex, this was definitely something they needed because this playoff run has been a disaster for them.
Very, very bad.
But this time at least, I don't think they had the car to run on much better than they did. They did get up to second at one point, but still, the pit crew didn't make any mistakes. The crew chief, as far as I could tell, didn't do anything completely retarded or stupid. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Martin drove it well. I'll give him an 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him an 8 as well.
I agree.
Let's see who came in after Truex. It'd be 7th place.
Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, man.
21st top 10 in a row here at Phoenix.
I mean, listen, guys. I think I'm gonna give him a 10. Last race for Harvick. Top 10. I think we do the triple 10 on this one and just send him off with a great score.
led laps, still kept his top 10 intact.
I mean,
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really vote based on.
Hey, what's up, Darksy? How are you, man? Wish you could jump in here, talk to us.
So whenever Harvick passed Byron for the lead, everybody in the grandstands actually cheered for him. It was amazing to see. It was like I feel like everyone just like united that particular moment. It was badass.
Yeah.
What was the last lap?
Okay, y'all can continue.
Cherish them. It was nice to see him out front. I mean, it was a great
Yes.
off. It's nice to know that
At least he
Harvick
led some laps.
he's gonna go out a winner. He's gonna go out a guy who could compete. You know, just like Jeff Gordon did. You know, when you think of Jeff Gordon, you think of a winner. Unlike a guy who overstayed his tenure, like Bobby Labonte, who did pretty bad for all those years afterwards. All those newer fans, when they don't think of Bobby Labonte, they don't think of the 2000 champion. They think of the dude who ran part-time and did terrible. Just for the sake of your reputation, you want to go out good, and Harvick did. So,
yeah,
I would love to see him race again, but not at the price of him going out terrible.
Well, I think if he wants to, he could probably run an Xfinity race or two, go somewhere, wherever he wants. Probably, I imagine, probably Phoenix of all things, if I had to guess.
Yeah, probably.
The only person I could think of that really had a better finale to their career is Jeff Gordon, really. When it comes to racing.
Well, we'll have to see what how Truex does whenever he retires.
Not to toot my driver's own horn, but Jimmy did finish 5th in his finale. I mean, just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Well, true, but the rest of the season
was this year and well.
Listen, guys, I take what I can get the last 3-4 years of his career, so.
That is true. That is true.
But, all right. Yeah, absolutely. Kevin Harvick's getting the 10. Who finished 8th?
I mean, Denny Hamlin.
Dennis.
Boy, yeah, Dennis.
I mean, Denny, he finished way better than he was running. I saw him, he wasn't completely awful, but he was outside the top 10 most of the race. Just managed to take advantage of that last restart. And also that weird strategy call with 2 tires at one point to get him track position.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give him a 7. Not a terrible day, but not the best day for him either.
Yeah, I think a 7's fair enough.
Ooh, this next one's a little surprising.
It's still not Hamlin's year.
And it never will be. Let's keep it that way.
I beat your favorite drivers.
Michael McDowell. Michael McDowell finishing.
I mean, I'll give it to him. I mean, he wasn't running that. He wasn't running the greatest, but he took advantage of the restarts, and considering the car, that's an 8.
Yeah, I give him an 8 as well. Top 10 for him, man.
Off with one more top 10. Giving them a nice
good.
9.
Good momentum heading into 2024.
No
doubt. Taking a top 10 is actually pretty good. I'll give him an 8.
I agree.
All right, then let's move on to Bubba Wallace.
Yeah, round out the top 10 with Bubba, and let me tell you, I don't know. I mean, maybe he had a bad run in the last 3 or 4, but how many has he had top 10s in the last like 3 or 4 races? I mean, he seems super solid the last 3 or 4 races.
All right, he was 10th today. He was 11th last week, 6th at Homestead, 13th at Vegas, and 16th at the Roval. His last official top 10 before Homestead was a 3rd at Texas.
He is. Nice. I mean, it just seems like he's qualified super well. He's ran super well. I mean, I think he's got decent. Good momentum heading into the next year. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he absolutely whooped his teammate Reddick.
This is not the track I'd expect him to be good at either, you know?
I mean, he's certainly showing a lot of improvement on tracks that he's not decent at, so.
I mean, to be honest, we're not for Chris Buescher for doing what he... Well, actually, that's a lie. We're not for Byron and Buescher breaking out in the way they did. I would call Bubba Wallace was the most improved, but, you know, third most improved. That's still pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he had a phenomenal season this year. I mean, not only did he make the playoffs, he went to the next round. And then he capped off the season with some solid runs. So, I mean, he's if not even just finishing in the top 10, he's qualified top 10 the last. I mean, he's killed it. So,
Good momentum for next year. He's a guy I'd look out to maybe win a race or two and make the round of 8.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
This year.
Maybe, but the only thing I'm worried about is that his lack of actual wins. Still,
yeah, I think they're gonna start falling for Bubba. I mean, that team is getting to where they need to be. They're in a similar situation to Brad in the 6. So,
but yeah, he'll win a race next year.
I'll give him an A plus a bonus point for his scheme. His Star Wars scheme is on point.
Yeah, and Star Wars scheme was incredible. It was a way better scheme than his teammates. I'll say that for sure.
Oh god, that thing was bad. Redix.
All right, let's keep it moving. Let's get to Daniel Suarez, the Amigo, finishing 11th.
Yeah, Daniel Suarez. I mean,
I was just gonna say, Trackhouse pit
didn't
on
get
the
any
99
stage points, but he wasn't ever slow. He was
What's
in
up,
the top
Divine?
10.
Thanks for joining us.
He was in the top 15 for most of the day. I'll give him that.
Yes, I'll give him that.
Pit Road, he sucks. Every year, Pit Road, he just made mistakes. Pit Road, the team or him.
It's always Pit Road. You're absolutely right.
11th to 25th. How do you do that?
A bad
what's up,
slow
chat?
stop
Groovy
is a
Goose,
simple answer.
Divine,
That's so many
back.
times, though. How many
What's going
times
on,
can you have a
guys?
slow stop?
It's the COVID stream. I do have COVID.
I mean, they'll definitely
I might
have
not
to
be as energetic as I normally am, so I just want to apologize for
Indy
that.
Road
But we're having a great time.
There's
Finishing
Indy,
off
there's
the
Las
season.
Vegas, there's Homestead.
So thanks for tuning in. Let me know your
So many
thoughts on any of
tracks
these
he-
drivers that are coming up. We're on Daniel Suarez right now.
Yeah,
How many tracks we lost like 8 positions?
Look at Buescher's pit crew the past 4 weeks. They've been selling them on almost every stop.
It's true. They've had a similar situation to
Suarez
Bell
has been the
recently.
whole season.
Yeah, but yeah, Suarez's pit crew, they're gonna have to fix it up for the offseason, but they've got 2 months to fix it. I mean, I'm still not sure whether or not I'd be comfortable calling him into the playoffs, but it's clear that he's still not slow.
No,
Just
they're not slow.
has had a combination of
Just
bad luck and
inconsistent
stupid
to
mistakes.
I think it's pretty
Just
clear though that
inconsistent.
Chastain is pretty much in charge of that team now.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, no, duh.
Yeah, I mean, it does give some hope that it could be luck based. I mean, it showed that Trackhouse had the equipment today, so going into 2024, I think I think Suarez can make a rebound. I think this was a down year for him. So.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I'm giving him a 7.
Yeah, I gave him a 7 as well. Who's next?
I believe that would be Austin Dillon.
Ooh, wow, interesting.
7.
That's fun. Giving Austin Dillon a solid 7 for his performance. That's not bad.
Yeah, I'll give him a 7.
Doing a solid.
I mean, brought the car
That's the
home
14
decently
points.
well and didn't do something stupid like his teammate.
That's true.
Yeah,
he ran it well.
I'm going to
he's
congratulate him
ended
for
the
not
season better
finishing
than
30th
he.
in points.
Any day he finishes ahead of his teammates, a pretty good day for him typically.
Yeah, it's a good day. Yeah, I mean, especially when your teammate is Kyle Busch. Yeah.
True. I mean, granted, I'm fairly certain that Dillon was running worse than he finished. I'm pretty sure I saw him like top 20 still, but still not
bad.
terrible.
He said car's tight, and that's all I heard him. I heard him talk one time, Dillon.
So, I mean, next up, I guess, is Eric Almirola. This is also his last season.
Also final. Yep.
I'll give him the series of DNFs. He has 10 this season alone.
He does?
What?
10 DNFs
Yeah,
for Austin
10.
Dillon.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Oh, I thought you said Eric
Thanks
Almirola.
for coming back.
Yeah,
Well,
everybody
no.
knows that Austin Dillon has 10
I mean,
DNFs.
that's not
Jesus Christ, what a...
surprising.
But yeah, Dillon's been severely inconsistent. I'm pretty sure the only person who's anywhere close to him was like Larson, I think, maybe.
Well,
Oh
and
yeah,
for
with
Larson,
DNS
it's always
was
records
Larson
and
and I
checkers.
think
So.
Stenhouse.
Yeah, well, I mean, until the playoffs started. But yes, going back to Eric Almirola.
DNFs, 3 of which were in the first 5 races.
But yeah, Eric Almirola, well, he this was a decent win at the end of the day. He top 20 most of the day. He kept the car clean, consistent. Never truly had the speed Hardwick did, but still, this was a nice race to end his career on.
Definitely pretty above average for his standards. The best.
Yeah.
I wonder how great he's going to do next year in that car.
I mean, I
give
give him a 7. So, not what was it? What hasn't been confirmed?
Gregson to the 10.
Who else?
It's not confirmed, but it
Yeah.
seems like one of those worst secrets in the garage type of thing. I think he's probably
I
there.
mean, who else?
Fair enough.
After Benedetto.
If SHR was
Hey, I'm all
smart, though, I
Greg.
feel like they should
I'm all for
downsize their
Rex to be
team.
there.
They
Ford's not
can't.
going to let them
They're
do
under.
that.
They're under contract with
Yeah,
Ford. to run
Ford
cars.
requires a 4-team operation. They
Yep.
should absolutely
I mean-
downsize, but they can't.
True. I mean,
that
I think
sucks.
the most sane move, in my opinion, for that 10 car next year would just be to have a rotating door with, guys like, say, Custer or Herbst, or anyone who's got enough funding and is not going to break your car.
Yeah.
That would be the sane option.
Jensen
Still
Button.
not sure if they're going to go with it.
Well, I don't
Well-
trust Riley Herbst then to be put in that car.
I
If
trust
we want
Riley.
to keep
Well,
it
he's
from
run.
rookie.
Well, I mean, super speed.
Riley Herbst is pretty damn good.
I
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
know
care
about
what
him
else
keeping
say.
the car
Riley
clean.
Herbst is good.
I don't know about
Well, I mean,
him
if you,
keeping the
well,
car clean.
at least
but
on super speedway
Next
races,
year,
does
I
it be
wanted to
worth
win
putting him
like
in?
3-4
Yeah.
races.
I'm back. What we got?
Custer. Get him
No,
close
yeah, I
to
know.
Custer races, round of 8, round of 4 in Xfinity, and also give him a cup ride. But
Yeah, I don't think he's ready for a full-time Cup ride just yet. Give him a few.
Yeah, he's
more.
not
not-
ready. But
He needs,
still,
like, 2
it'd be good to
seasons
get him
at least.
something.
2 seasons
It'd be
more in
good.
Xfinity.
Yeah.
Or just one
see.
very, very, very good one.
Yeah, I'd expect him to be like winning at least like over 5 races then, or the championship. Really, that's it.
Well, I wouldn't. Well, I'm not
That's
going to ask
pretty-
5
that's
races
high,
out of
yeah.
Herbst because his teammate Custer only won 2 and won. Well, 3 and won the championship. So
Yeah. Let's
But
go
yeah, I'm pretty
to.
sure.
Let's get to.
Priest.
I guess his teammate Ryan Priest is next. That's another solid day for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think this track honestly suits him. It's a shorter track, I think low downforce. I think that if it hits his style, I think, and it shows here.
Yeah,
He
I mean, I'm
gets
not
up
sure
to
if
that was a good day.
like Phoenix and Loudon and stuff.
Yeah, true.
So they're good places for him. This year wasn't great. I mean, he did a little better than Custer, but next year hopefully he can do a little better.
Hey
I
guys,
mean, these runs.
we're
I
gonna
mean,
have
the
a
runs
little
late,
bit
I
of,
think, are giving me more hope for him.
Finish one spot
we're
ahead
gonna
of
have
Custer.
we're gonna have a little bit of fun with this being the last one. We just got a chat submitted question. They ask the
Oh, here we go.
what is everybody's opinion on Buick coming back to NASCAR in 2094 for presumably the electric series?
Meh.
NASCAR ain't lasting that long.
Yeah,
Dang,
Meh.
we're thinking we're not gonna make it to 2094, Tony. That's the
I'm pretty sure-
consensus.
Health Society is probably not going to last that long.
That's 50 years from now. What the hell?
No, that's 70.
It's 70 years
Yeah,
from
that's
now.
70 years from now.
Oh, shit. And
What kind of math
don't
is
count
going
me
on
for
there?
that. Don't count on me for that.
The wrong kind.
Exactly.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Well, yeah, I just wanted to have a little bit of fun. Let's move to Brad Keselowski. First of all, congratulations, Brad, on your new baby boy. I am.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm a father of a daughter and a son as well, so I know he's going to have fun with it. So massive congrats to him and a top 15 to boot to end the season with his other car running really well.
Give
He
him a
was
nod.
fast today. He was
I will say
fast.
this: he was running. He finished worse than he was running. I mean, he was fast as well as his
He was-
teammate, despite having
Yeah,
to come from
didn't
the
he
back.
have didn't he have
He
an
was
issue
fast
or
like
something?
crazy.
Oh, he got hit in the wall. Bubba.
He was like
Yeah,
ninth or
Bubba shoved him
and
into
then he
the
hit the
wall.
wall.
Yeah, he was well into the top 10, and last I saw him, he was in 12th. That's where I thought he finished.
Bubba shoved him into the wall.
What?
Yeah.
So we just got confirmation on the earlier question of if a manufacturer's ever swept the weekend. It has happened, but it hasn't happened in the playoff era. So Casey Berg,
Really? When was it?
So Casey Berg did some research, and apparently Chevy has done it 5 times.
Nice.
They did it consecutively from 95 to 98, and then in 2001 as well. So thank you for that research.
Oh yeah.
Nice,
They
nice,
did in
nice.
2001.
What about
Well, I
Toyota?
suppose
It's pretty crazy though.
So yeah, I
Toyota's
mean,
too
I've only got.
Toyota's never.
I don't think Toyota has, but I've only got data from Casey Berg showing Chevy, so I don't know if Ford or Toyota has done it.
Toyota's been around only since 2008 in all three series, and he just said that no manufacturer's done the playoff era, so that seemed to indicate no.
Yeah, I don't think
Ford's
so.
Their first championship was 2015.
I mean, the knockout turnouts are pretty tough, and they have a very, very limited Xfinity presence. I think Cole
That's true,
Custer
too.
might have been the only full-time Ford in Xfinity, maybe.
What?
Well,
no,
Herbst is
Herbst.
there.
I mean,
and Ryan Sieg.
yeah,
and
all
Red
of
Moffitt. But yeah,
There's the cars Custer, so it's pretty crazy they were able to pull it off this year too. I mean,
of all years, this was not the one I expected, especially considering how slow they started off in the Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that new Mustang does.
That thing's gonna be a
I
monster.
saw, I saw
that was nice.
I'm excited for the new Mustang. I'll just be honest with you.
I just find it funny how everyone said, "Oh, it's a down year for Ford. They're not doing well," and yet they've
And then they
won
did
the
it.
past 2 championships. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
I saw that Mustang Dark Horse Mustang NASCAR in person. It looks really good.
Oh yeah,
Also,
Nino
I'll
was
post
at
a
the
pic-
track.
I'll post a
Yeah, I
picture of
forgot
it when
about
I get home.
Yeah, I look
Yeah,
forward to
so
seeing
really
that.
good.
I think that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, but yes, Ford the past 2 years in the next gen era have had a habit of starting slow as all hell and then turning it up right at the end to grab it when no one's expecting them.
yeah, it seems like once Chevy goes into that summer slump that they typically have, that's when Ford seems to pick it up.
And
True.
Toyota
It might just be. It might honestly just be like the way the tracks are set up, to be honest. But who knows?
There's just something about Hendrick and other Chevy teams that they just don't show up in the summertime.
Unless you're William Byron and managed to rack up a
Yeah.
couple of wins.
Kidding.
Yeah. All right, who's next?
Who's next?
I believe after Brad is Chase Elliott.
Right,
Yes,
Chase
sir.
Elliott.
I mean, I will say
I'm
this:
sure
Elliott-
Dice is so ready for this season to be over.
Yes, I have been ready for this series to be over since he broke his leg. God.
Yeah,
Bro,
I mean, I will say
I know
this:
is that-
Elliott finished way better than he was running. He was doing awful. He was out of the top 20 for a good portion of the race.
25th most of the race, fighting with Michael McDowell.
Yeah, he
What
nearly
I find
went a lap
hilarious
down.
I was looking at like some skew car comment sections. There's somebody saying that he's going to be the champion next year.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
they
not
are.
out of.
But
It's
he's got
not
Hendrick
unreal.
power, so I wouldn't
mean,
say no. But
No, I
way
know,
too-
but that 16th place isn't very good showing for a preview next year.
no. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna give him a 5. I mean, it was,
Oh, the
it
next
was
race
a
is
bad
Daytona.
run. No doubt.
to be honest, considering the pace of his teammates, and yes, I know they were the focus of Hendrick Motorsports, but I'm honestly gonna give him a 4.
That's not
Where
bad.
My question is, where's Bowman in all this? I don't even know where he finished.
Right.
17th.
We'll get to there.
Next.
Oh, he's next? Okay. Well,
Yeah, he's literally next.
Oh yeah, Bowman is right after him. So let's just jump in.
Bowman was pretty much the same boat.
You know
I'm pretty sure
what?
it's a
Yeah,
down.
I mean, I'm gonna give him a 5 as well because I probably should have given Elliott a 4, and Bowman has less expectation than Chase Elliott does, so I'm gonna give him a 5.
I mean, I guess this was better than Bowman sometimes runs. So I guess I'll give him a 5, but God, this year was not good for him.
No.
Like the next gen era as a whole has not been kind.
Extra point. He finished 20th in points, so I'm gonna give him a nice extra point.
Why is that a good thing?
Because he missed 3 races.
He's in Hendrick equipment too, though. I mean,
That's tough.
He still missed 3 races. You lose 120. What? 120 points if you miss 3, or 180.
Well, he also had that penalty, but I don't really know what to make of Bowman anymore because this. It's not like his back injury probably he should have healed by now, but it's hard to say since Hamlin had that 1 year with 2013, I think, where he broke his back and then he was just gone the rest of the season.
well, I mean, he had injuries at the end of last year too. He hasn't had a long stretch of being perfectly healthy. So I mean,
yeah, I mean, this is probably the longest he's had. So
Chevy might not be that good next year because they're not going to have an updated car like Ford and Toyota.
I mean, yeah, that'll be a very interesting to see.
Good.
I mean, granted, the Chevys have overall probably been pretty fast anyway, so they might be fine. I mean, but who knows? And plus, different aero changes don't always lead to good results. I refer to Chevrolet themselves back in 2018 when they switched to Camaro ZL1.
Something about Hendrick that I recently realized. Have they ever had all 4 of their cars do good, like, recently? Because, like,
No.
from what I remember, there's always at least one car that was off. Like, back a few years ago, it was Casey Kane that was off. Then the next year, you had Chase Elliott, who took a while to actually do good. And then you had Byron before he became good. Now you've got Elliott and Bowman off this year. Like, it's always like they got 1 or 2 cars that aren't doing good.
Yeah, I mean, ever since they spent 4 cars, they just one of them. I mean, just always
2022
was
I think
noticeably
they're all good.
behind.
I mean, some are obviously
It was
going to be
mainly,
better than others. That's just how it goes. But
Yeah, I mean,
mainly
2021 they were all
there's like
pretty good.
such a big difference. There's such a big difference between the Hendrick cars that do good and the ones that don't do so good.
Yeah, and the weird thing is, it's
Dale
not
Jr.
the same driver consistently. I mean, last year Bowman and Byron were both you know, terrible in the summer stretch, and this year it's Elliott and Bowman behind, and Byron went off and damn near wins the championship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's.
So I'd like to
yeah.
say something here.
I guess. Oh, go ahead.
So NASCAR just released the Dark Horse Mustang before the championship. And then on Friday, the truck race, Ben Rhodes won the championship, Cole Custer won the championship in Xfinity, Ryan Blaney won the championship in the Cup.
Assuming he passes tech.
Well, that's pretty much means that all of them are Fords.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Is that a conspiracy?
Or maybe they're just, or maybe NASCAR just let those drivers get the championship because like Ford stuff.
Really that
to be
much of a
completely
coincidence?
honest,
That's a pretty large stretch in my opinion.
That's a stretch, man.
That's a stretch, to be honest, because
Also, Darcy,
I mean,
I'm not
especially
dropped any
in
frames on
trucks,
my
because
end,
that
so
race, I don't think
know
NASCAR had any
what's going
control
on,
over
but
that thing.
maybe
That
it's
was
your
just a
Xfinity
mess.
internet.
Which
Yeah.
again,
It's
we'll
not
get
as
to
fast
after
as
we
10G.
finish this, but we'll roast the truck series later, and I will, and stream. I will promise you this: after we're done rating everything, we will roast the truck race to hell.
Oh yeah, I'm down for it.
Please,
Yeah.
let's do
Ready
it.
for that.
That
So
or the
let's,
playoff format.
Now that we're kind of through, let's do kind of a little bit of a lightning round so we can get to more of the more juicy
All right,
topics.
let's go, Joey Logano.
Logano, he's gonna get a 5 from me. I mean,
5.
his
Yeah.
teammate won the damn championship,
horrible.
so
I mean,
He was just
yeah,
there, honestly.
he was just kind of there, but he was not anywhere close to being fast.
Besides
Oh
the
yeah,
wall,
right, he has the
he's-
wall that one time.
Yeah, every Penske driver hit the wall besides Blaney.
He's trying
Let's,
to do it well.
Yeah, but it wasn't running well. I'm giving him a 5. Let's move on now. I'll have you make your scores to Carson Hocevar.
7. Another top 20 for him after. Listen, I'm gonna forget about the absolute mockery that happened on Friday night. He put up another. He put up another top 20 in that legacy equipment. I'm gonna give him a 7.
And he beat his teammate.
Anybody's teammate.
Yeah, I mean, he was top 20 the whole day. He was. Yes, he did start to fall back, but hey, good finish. I'm slightly now. I'll have more hope for him. And speaking of his teammate, he's right behind him in 20th, Eric Jones, and he finished worse than he was running.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Jones. I'm giving Jones a 5.
I'm gonna give him a 6.
If we're talking about his paint scheme, it's a 1 because that thing is hideous.
Yeah,
It has Carrie Underwood on it.
Oh god, I didn't even pay attention to the paint scheme. I'm assuming it was bad though.
Yeah, but
hopefully they find some sponsorship. I hate that car.
All right, next.
Well, next is Ty Gibbs. If we were done.
Rookie of the year.
He was just there.
Yeah, he was there. He was never really competitive. I mean, he won Rookie of the Year for all that's worth, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, his competition.
Rookie of the year.
I mean, his competition.
Yeah, his competition was literally suspended. So yeah, I'm giving him a. I mean, the two teammates who finished better than him. I'm saying a 4. You know what? Fine, I'll be nice 5.
All Ty Gibbs had to do was not post an offensive meme.
Well, no, Grayson did that, but that's besides the point. But yeah. Let's move on now to Tyler Reddick, and what was that?
He was
Paint scheme.
Yeah, fell off.
Yeah. His teammate whooped him, and I mean, wasn't he like somewhat fast at the start?
No.
Yeah, he was seventh. He was seventh for like once. I saw him once.
I mean,
in
I swear I saw him in top 10 one time, but after that he was just missing a wall. I can't think of
Where did he qualify?
Considering Bubba got a top 10.
Yeah, Tony, I agree with you. This year was definitely down for Jones compared to last year. And a lot of that has to do with the manufacturer issues that they had too, though. I mean, it was not a good year for Legacy. They kind of just limped through it. So hopefully Toyota can bring something to them. Let's hope.
Phoenix in the spring there when he was battling Chase Briscoe.
Yeah, and Rock
when
Hudson, I
he
remember
was in
that.
RCR.
Yeah.
That was a good
Yeah,
thing.
I think. Yeah. But yeah, I don't really know what happened this time around. It was not good. We'll end with that, and let's move to Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Real quick, did Ryan Blaney throw a temper tantrum about Ross Chastain?
Yes, because he
he was angry on the radio.
Yeah, he gave him a bird.
Yeah.
So this is
Wait, the bird? Well, I didn't see that.
Yeah, when NASCAR showed his in-car, as soon as he showed the in-car, he was flipping him off and then just stopped.
Was this during
NASCAR
this was
showing a
during the
live
race? I'm
in-car.
assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was during the race.
NASCAR
As soon as they showed his in-car, he was already flipping him off, and then he just stopped.
Yes.
It may be funny, but it can't beat Chase Elliott's 2020.
I didn't even see it, so that's why I had to ask.
Like,
This might be an unrelated comment.
Darlington.
This might be a little unrelated, but do you think Ross is racing him too hard? I don't think he was.
No.
Honestly.
It doesn't matter if it's the championship one; it's still a race, and he's leading. He's going for the win. Like,
yeah, I think Ryan
Blaney
Blaney.
Of the race 2024. Don't
Again,
worry.
I don't know why Ryan Blaney of all people is expecting him to move over. You know, like it's Ross Chastain.
I think that's just the heat of the championship moment getting to him. But yeah, Ross Huss was perfectly clean. Yeah, he raced him hard as all heck. But nothing he did was anywhere near dirty.
Yeah,
I saw a comment about it and I didn't see it. So.
Basically NASCAR switched to his in-car camera. The moment they did, hit Ryan Blaney, he was seen flipping the bird to him. But as for Stenhouse Jr., he was there. That's all I have to say.
Yep.
4.
Are we on Stenhouse now? Because his
Yes.
Jesus car was actually pretty cool. I liked it.
What was the score?
His team was Cheez-Its. The little crackers.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's all.
Well, at least it didn't catch on fire like his pizza car.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean,
pizza car did catch
I
on
suppose
fire.
when you're basically sponsored by Kroger and all the brands that sell the products there, you've got a pretty good choice of paint scheme.
So overall, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. season this year was pretty good. Just not the final race result that he really needed.
He wins the 500.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
true.
all they can ask for. That was awesome.
I mean, he won the 500.
He would have made the
money for
playoffs
next
too
year.
without the win. Even he still would have made the playoffs without the win. So
Yeah, I mean, he had decent points. He was somewhat respectably fast. Yeah, he fell off during the playoffs, but let's be realistic. No one expected him to go any further than they already did.
Fair.
Yeah.
So,
Same with
who's after
overall,
Stenhouse?
Briscoe. They got all that money for next
Lord.
Yeah,
Briscoe, did he have? I'm
not
assuming
great.
he had issues. That wasn't just pure speed that he finished that way, right?
Strategy with Hamlin, I know that.
Considering that all three SHR.
No, that was it.
I remember.
Oh yeah, it was just bad strategy.
It's race rankings, Darcy, for this one race.
There was one restart where they made contact around turns 3 or 4. Briscoe and Priest made contact. They almost wrecked too.
True.
Considering that all three of his teammates finished in the top 15, that's pretty disappointing.
Yeah, especially considering that Briscoe, he's supposed to be good at this track. I mean, 2022, he definitely
he won here.
Yeah, he won.
Briscoe won the first next-gen race, 2022 spring. In the championship race 2022, he was also a fairly fast car. This year, I don't know what happened. He just doesn't have it this time.
It's just SHR.
Well, this time it doesn't have that excuse.
No.
Not with
His
Priest
strategy.
and Almirola getting top 15. No, he doesn't really have an excuse.
That's a great
Like if
question,
Harvick
guys.
or just Harvick, then
That's a fair
Yeah, it
point.
was just hard.
Yeah. But yeah, not very good. Next
I will
is
give him one
Kyle.
thing.
Go ahead.
Bushy.
Yes, it is. Yep, Kyle Busch. Yep,
Yep.
that just
Well,
killed me. Who the hell said that?
It's me. It's Bushy.
What
You know,
happened?
Bushy.
That was something. I like that.
Yeah.
That was good.
I mean, Kyle Busch.
It's Bush
It's
with a Y in the
kind
end.
of a weird situation because he was fast. He was within the top 15 for a good chunk of the race and within the top 10, but then he just spun himself out like an idiot, and then now finishes here.
Where he
I
spun
didn't.
out,
Really, I can't remember the. Did he actually have a lot of speed? I can't remember.
Yes. Well, I mean, he
Yeah,
wasn't.
he has
He didn't have a
some
lot of speed, but he
15.
was decent.
Like top
Top
15.
15.
Yeah, I mean, when
He also
he
had a
spun when he
penalty
was
on
running
pit
like
road.
13th or something, so he
Did
wasn't
he get any?
slow.
Did he get any stage points at all, or
No.
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 But he did get a penalty on pit road though.
I really
Oh
didn't.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm keeping my ranking then. I'm
I mean,
keeping my ranking.
he was
Yeah.
really
I can't wait
fast in
to
practice.
get
I know
looked at
that,
how
and then he just
fast.
kind of destroyed himself today.
Oh yeah, I
got a
remember
lot
that.
of
Kyle
I
Busch
mean,
also
For
Kyle
one
Busch also had a
guy.
wreck in practice
get
with
to-
AJ.
if he got a pit road penalty and he sped on pit road and then he finished outside the top 25, I think like a 3 or 2
mean,
evens probably.
Yeah, frankly, I think I'm going to give it to him because he was fast, but all the mistakes he made were self-inflicted. He has no one to
Yeah.
blame but
Yeah.
himself for this
That's what I gave him
that
too.
finish.
Wasn't pit
Hey,
crew
we'll
or
see you,
anything.
Tony. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. And let's move on to Harrison Burton, and this was another disappointment.
Or
Just-
I
this
mean,
kid spin out last year.
do you really get
He didn't spin out
disappointed
this
though
year.
if it's the same thing every week?
Well,
no,
when
This
your
kid
other guy
finished
wins the
23rd.
championship.
I mean,
Harrison
31st
Burton has
in
a worse
points.
average finish this year by 2 positions than last year. Idiot.
And he
averaged one
finished
less-
31st in points. 31st behind Chase Briscoe and Austin Dillon.
I mean, I know Todd Gilliland finished worse than him today, but Todd Gilliland at least has shown flashes this year. I haven't really seen anything out of Harrison Burton except for Darlington.
One Darlington race was the
Yeah,
only
like
thing.
there's that one finish at Darlington, and that's it. Gilliland's at least had some flashes.
I do
Like,
have a
look at
bit
his-
of.
Look at the two rookies last year.
I do have a
Cedric
bit
is
of.
okay.
I have a bit of bad
Well,
news for you,
Dillon,
Tag.
three rookies.
I have a bit
What?
of bad news for you. So, Harrison Burton finished 31st in the points, and he finished ahead of only one full-time driver, and that was Ty Dillon.
Ty Dillon had like 5 DNFs at the beginning of the season. They were all engine failures too.
Yeah, A, there's that. B, Spire is not Penske. And C, he would have.
Wood Brothers ain't Penske either, buddy.
Yeah, Wood Brothers is far from Penske, my friend.
Rick Ware. The Wood Brother car is essentially a Rick Ware car.
I can't even compare Austin Cindric's car to Harrison Burton. Not even close.
No, it's crazy.
And they're both
front row, actually.
But
front
yeah,
row.
Harrison Burton.
Penske won the title. There's no way those two teams are related in any way anymore.
No.
I mean, I think at this point there's like a quote-unquote relationship, but again, I'll compare it to
I just
Spire
say
and Hendricks.
Wood
with
Brothers
Alliance.
is a brand
They're
now.
technically
To me,
related.
Wood-
But
Spire and Hendrick had an alliance?
technically,
They drive
yes.
a
Oh yeah,
blue-
they always did.
They drive a blue
No, it's
emblem
RCR
on their
now.
car. That's it. That's the only relationship at this
RCR
point.
RCR has an alliance with Spire now. That's what I know.
That was Trackhouse now.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was thanks to Ty Dillon though.
Let's
Okay.
move,
Really?
Next.
Wow.
yeah, let's
I
move
can't-
to
I can't wait to
JJ. Let's move to JJ Yaley. Keep it rolling.
He existed. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 3.
He has Austin Cindric for the lucky dog. I'm just
to be
gonna say
fair,
that.
To be fair, JJ Yeley finished in front of 2 colleague cars today. Okay.
Oh yeah, the colleagues were terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was not exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose this was a little better, but
I am gonna give him like 2 points because his only job was to finish high in owner points. He did not do that.
well, what do you
Not
expect?
even
This thing is
close.
the car is terrible.
That's their job. They're supposed to finish high in owner points.
I mean, I guess I'll give JJ Yeley a 4 because As granted, most of the guys he finished ahead of were not mechanical failures or anything. Aside from Cindric and Bell, I'm pretty sure all of the guys were running and didn't have any explicitly bad
Yeah,
incidents.
talking
He
about
flat out did manage to outrun them.
I mean, hey, he finished ahead of Ty Dushin in your book. That should make it. That should give him like 10 points there. Because if he beat Ty, man, he's got to be like the best driver ever.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ty Dillon, I believe he is next.
I'm gonna talk now. Todd Dillon had a good race car.
Let's give Tech his moment. This is the Ty Dillon moment
Todd
from
Dillon
Tech.
had a good race car. He finished it nice and clean. He was keeping it ahead of the colleague.
Fucking hell. Oh, wow, he beat Colleague. That's so impressive.
He was ahead of his teammate. He was ahead of Christopher Bell. He was ahead of Cinder.
Higher than the collie car.
Wow, he was ahead of someone that broke a toe link. Whoa. Gee, that's impressive.
Well, he also beat the collie cars. How about that, huh?
DNF. Wow.
Listen here.
He also
His
beat
defense. Ty Dillon's defense. He finished in front of a Daytona 500 champion.
Exactly.
Wait.
Yeah, the car.
He finished ahead of two, actually. He finished ahead of two Daytona 500 championships. Ryan Williams and Cinder.
Yep. Okay, but
I had very low
He should have the
expectations.
car next year. Just
I was
saying.
expecting 36 wins this season from him and a championship. And he didn't deliver.
Yeah, not at all.
Okay, yeah, but on a
Automatic
serious
0
note
for Ty Dillon.
Yeah, but on a serious
Give him
note
a
for
nice
Dillon,
5.
he existed. That's all I can say. He technically outruns some guys. He's, I guess, but I'll give him a 3. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I gave him.
I gave him a nice 7, and he should have the 16 car next year.
I gave him a 1.
Yeah, have fun in Xfinity next year.
Well,
Yeah,
go
just
to
gonna
Arc or
drive for
something.
Colleague and beat Sheldon Creed's ass. So.
All right, let's move on to Justin Haley.
Just
One.
2.
1.
A 1.
Yeah, I think
One?
I'm probably
Okay,
gonna
let's
give him a
give it a
1.
1.
Qualified.
I think Colleague
right?
Colleague, I think.
What the hell is
Colleague
happening to
just didn't
Colleague?
even try.
Colleague Racing deserved a 1 across the board today.
Yeah, this was not
Yeah.
impressive.
Not good
Yeah.
for those
Danger.
guys.
All right. Well, enough said. Todd Gilliland, another 1.
For
My boy, what happened?
I gave him a 2.
Yeah, I gave him a 2 as well.
he started what?
Considering how
14th?
McDowell ran, I'm not giving him that.
He started what?
Honestly, that's
14th,
fair.
and that's where he qualified.
Okay, yeah, he
no?
qualified well, but that's about it.
Just didn't have a good
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Who typed their name as Gilliland?
Yeah, who keeps typing
I
the name?
think in lap 20 he went from 14 to 26. So I'm not gonna give him a high score.
That was my bad. My bad.
But gives Ty Dillon 1? Okay.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's who
of course,
typed
man.
it.
It's Todd
By the-
Dillon. Todd
by
Dillon
the
can
way,
drive a
guys-
race car, unlike Todd Gilliland.
Guys,
guys
Redneck
might
is
wanna-
secretly Todd Gilliland.
You guys might want to check the messages area in that little thing. See your Xfinity Series champion.
What?
I saw that.
What is it?
Where?
In the little messages
Oh,
corner.
why? Why?
That's your Xfinity Series champion.
Wait, which messages?
The one
Go to
in the
the
voice
example.
chat. The voice
Oh,
chat.
the voice chat messages. What
You can
the
type
fuck is
messages in
that?
voice chat?
What is
Where?
that?
Yep.
What? Where is this? Where is this?
So if you go like to,
VC
next
chat.
to the voice chat thing, there's a little like speech bubble thing. It says open chat.
Oh, I see it now.
All right.
What is that?
Let's just move on to Corey LaJoy.
Yeah,
Cole
Corey
Custer.
LaJoy.
I mean,
Terrible.
he-
Todd Dillon did
the
better
car
than
was
him, I'm just saying.
terrible. He didn't run anything.
He
I'm
finished
gonna give
behind
him-
his teammate Ty
I'm gonna
Dillon.
get, yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's not.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Actually,
he didn't do great.
You know
I'm
what?
giving him a 1.
Yeah, he's getting a
Well,
1. I
actually-
almost gave him a 2,
well-
but if he finished worse than Ty Dillon, so he gets a 1.
Well, I'm split between a 1 and a 2 because the one thing I can say about it is that he officially this season is the only driver who ran every single race. He used to have 0 DNFs.
Nice.
There,
That's fair.
that's what the lap
Chris
was
Buescher
about,
was
Darcy.
so close. If it weren't for the Atlanta race in the spring, he would have gotten 0 DNFs too.
That's what we were laughing
Same with
about.
Harvick.
Could it?
But
Thank you,
yeah,
Ross.
I will give him a 2 just because of that. But I can't. But that's pushing it. Anyways.
I
Amount of
looked
wrecks
back
that
at the
LaJoy's
stream and
involved.
got jump scared by the face.
What's shocking is that LaJoy, with the amount of wrecks that he gets involved in, the fact that he had 0 DNFs is honestly impressive.
You asked.
Yeah, I mean,
Darcy,
True. There
and
was
you
that
got what
Martinsville
you
Yeah,
race
he
wanted.
wrecked the shit.
last week.
Yeah, he got crashed a lot, but he somehow always managed to keep the car just running well enough to finish the race. Which I mean, yeah, good for him, I guess.
Wait, who are we
I
on?
mean, he
Who's
did it
after
in
LaJoy?
30th.
LaJoy still at the moment.
Oh,
I don't know.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he does next year with the whole Trackhouse Alliance and all that,
yeah, it'll be interesting. For
and the
sure.
new shop, obviously.
I don't think it's gonna go well.
Well, we
Yeah,
get to the
that's
other
hard to say.
caller car, Almendinger. He finished
AJ
worse than
Allmendinger.
Haley.
Well, that's another
Yep.
one. That's
Yeah, I know.
another one.
Yeah, I know. That's a lot.
That's what Todd Dillon should replace him. I'm
Actually,
just saying.
that's a -1, honestly.
You can't do that, but yeah,
If you could, it would be.
yep.
I guess McLeod is after that, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I
mean,
gotta
Rip
say
Live
this
Fast.
about-
Rest in
Yeah.
peace,
Yeah.
Live Fast,
Let's-
guys.
Let's be real. It is
Reason
Live
I
Fast's last race as a charter team, and they didn't finish last. I'm giving them a 2.
Here's BJ something.
Can we,
He has
we,
finished last
can we
place.
have a moment of silence, like 5 seconds of silence for
Most
the Live
times.
Fast Motorsports guys?
We'll do a moment of silence for every single dead team at the end of this season after all of this.
Because there are a few of them.
Yep. But yeah, Agent McLeod, I guess I'll give him a 2.
Darcy
Yeah,
does
Live
make a
Fast
good point. It was a
Motorsports,
cool paint scheme
Team
that they had today.
Hessenberg, New York Racing, Furniture Row Racing.
Well, we're just covering the ones that died this season.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Ryan
whose
Newman.
car are you guys gonna sponsor now? Now that you can't sponsor BJ's anymore.
We're gonna figure it out.
Hey,
Oh, great
Sally.
question.
Hey, Sally.
We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna sponsor
Smith.
so many cars
Where
next
they
year.
need something. Still back markers.
Let's see. Let's go to Ryan Newman. Just Ryan Newman. Let's go.
I gave him a 3.
The more he
It's
the
a
more
1.
he interferes with the championship battle, the more I would have gave him points for.
He didn't really do
He
it.
was
He didn't really
4
interfere with the
seconds
championship
off
battle.
He
the
But
backed out.
pace.
He backed
I
out.
mean,
I know that's not the Newman way. I have to give him a 1.
yeah, I mean,
Newman
honestly,
way.
Ross Chastain looked more like Ryan Newman out there than Ryan Newman himself.
Newman wasn't a nuisance. He loses points for that.
Hey, I agree too, Darcy. I did like that paint scheme. It was pretty clean. I liked it.
He got in the way of Blaney instead of Chastain and let Chastain go around on him and screwed Blaney. But then again, I don't think that made
Considering
much of a
how hard it
difference.
is, considering how hard it is to pass at Phoenix, I was expecting him to be like a moving chicane, but apparently not.
I mean,
Bro,
I
what's
guess when your car is
worse,
that
that's the
slow,
pace
you
from
just
moving
physically
those
can't move it
chicanes.
fast enough to block.
He went 2 laps down in the first 15 laps or something like that. I don't,
Wait,
I don't
what?
know the exact-
The first 15? What the
He
hell?
was 4 seconds off the pace.
No way.
Wow.
There.
Wait, what was it?
What?
Like 2 laps down in like lap 15 or something. I don't even know, but it was
Rick
somewhere.
was bad, but like, was he like out there in a little Type's car or something?
Mo was driving a
Again,
tractor.
He was driving his pink Barbie.
4 seconds off
pink
the
Barbie
pace
car.
was his average.
Driving the pink Barbie Jeep, guys.
Let's go to
Everyone
Austin
wanted
Cindric.
that.
Yeah, Cindric. Didn't he have like
And
a
that's-
blown
and that's the
tire or
car Justin
something?
Yeah, he had
Here's
something
No,
really weird.
He breathed on the wall wrong and broke a toe link.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's what it
spaghetti.
was.
But he
The
won that.
weekly spaghetti toe link.
I mean,
Yeah,
I will say
hell-
this: is it doesn't matter how you hit the wall, because I believe Logano hit the wall at some point nearly as hard as Cindric, and he was fine. Well,
It's
mostly.
not even
Really
consistent,
well.
man.
I'm giving him a 3 just because I got his diecast today.
I think I'm gonna give him a
That's it.
2. I'll almost give him a 1, but it's a mechanical
give him a
failure.
1,
I
Ted
can't do
Dillon passed
anything.
You're in. Okay.
I mean,
Before
I don't know if he was running that well either, though.
He was
He was
No,
like-
I don't think he was running at a
20th.
1.
he wasn't running at a 1.
I mean,
I gave him a
you
2.
know what? Where's my
I don't want to
coin?
give. I don't want to give him a 1 for a mechanical failure. So
I can't give him a 1 for stupid fucking towing.
Yeah.
I guess I'll give him a 2. Yeah. All right. And finally, last test
this
and
one hurts.
very unfortunately least, Christopher Bell. Man,
I absolutely hate it.
Of all the cars, 1 car DNF'd.
0.
We can't.
It was. It
physically
was.
do that.
It wasn't his fault. I mean, it was completely mechanical too.
I mean,
Literally,
the
only driver that ever gets the only driver that ever gets a good Joe Gibbs car on championship weekend seems to be Truex or Kyle Busch when he was there.
Yeah, or Hamlin until he chokes it away.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I don't even know how
Bell,
to grade Bell. I mean, it was gutting. I know that.
The thing is with Bell is that he was hardly
the slowest car on speed of the Final 4.
Yeah.
Well,
I say we give him.
third. Well, here's the thing
I
with
say
Bell.
we give him brake rotor out of 10. What do you guys think? Brake rotor out of 10.
Very funny.
I'm giving him a 4.
I mean, here's the thing with Bell. It's really hard to grade him because he wasn't. Yeah, he was the slowest in Championship 4, but he was still within the top 10. And his car died before the track truly rubbered in, and then that changed how the script was going. You know,
Yeah, 'cause
Byron was bad at the start, then Blaney he got bad when the track rubbered in.
Yeah.
We don't know how Bell's car would have done.
Was that? I got a quick question. Was that the only one that liked this paint scheme today, or not?
Yeah, probably.
No, I love that scheme. I don't care what any of y'all say. That paint scheme is awesome, and I want to die. I hope they make it diecast.
I'm just glad that it wasn't like an entirely sponsored green car with like the blank sponsorship on the side.
I don't know. The dual paint schemes don't do it for me. I don't like.
I like
They
dual
need to
paint
do that with every
schemes.
scheme. We need
Yeah,
a
they just seem a
permanent
bit
scheme for every
forced to
car
me.
now.
I like
Like
dual paint schemes.
some of the ones he puts together aren't bad. Like I thought his Bristol dirt car was alright, but like there's
Yeah,
other
true,
ones
that
that
one
just
was
don't
good.
make any
Yeah, that was a good
Bro,
car.
his
I
green
like
car
that
is
one.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the electric blue with the thing looked like electricity. It looks cool.
Yeah, but then
green
there's
car
other
was
ones that just
terrible.
don't. They just don't do it. Some of them.
Yeah,
And this wasn't one of them. This scheme was awesome. I don't know why y'all hate it.
Yeah.
The transition just doesn't really work for me. But as for his rating, I guess
I
I'll
gave
give
him
him
a
a
3.
3 because, yeah, I mean, he might have been able to save his brakes if he just eased off. But then again, that's a very theoretical situation, and you're not worrying about that. Plus, it's a plus. That's not your problem. The point is you're supposed to have a car that can take the braking force you apply on it, and it just did not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean,
And if it blew
JGR
up that early, it wasn't going to last long enough to actually do good.
He probably would have faded anyways, considering the brakes. But the fact of the matter, the brakes should not have been doing that. Should not have exploded at all.
I'm sure
Remember,
JGR was expecting at least one of their cars to win the championship, so that's kind of disappointing.
Yes.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah,
let's move
but
on
both him
to
and
biggest
But
winner.
both him and Nemechek choked.
Yeah, I think biggest winner
Blaney.
has to go to Blaney, right?
Yep, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the biggest loser is fairly obvious as well.
Christopher
Seems
Bell.
Yep.
Now the biggest flop is an interesting one.
Biggest flop, I'm putting Bell.
I mean, Bell's brakes flopped pretty hard. They flopped all over the track.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
but
that's why I'm
Bell
putting
flat out
Bell
just
as the biggest flop.
Kyle Busch.
I'll give a Kyle
As for
Busch.
flop, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna agree with you, Kyle Busch. Wandered that way like a complete idiot.
I got the entirety of colleague racing, especially because if they're gonna have
I forgot.
if they're gonna have if that 16 cars open next season, there's after that
Todd Dillon.
performance today, I would not want to go there, considering they're running
Todd Dillon,
30th.
he's going there. He should.
Colleague is on the level of like Spire, in my opinion. Except they have a
Yeah, Todd Dillon should go in that car.
Yeah,
And then,
AJ's basically just the only thing that's been able to keep that team anyewhat relevant. And as for
Well, they
surprise,
can keep it relevant if they hire Ty
Ross
Dillon.
Chastain for the surprise has to be right.
Yeah, Chastain. Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, I agree.
I'm honestly
Dillon,
not surprised Chastain didn't finish like I'm surprised he won a little bit, but I knew he was going to run well. Oh, he's had a good track record here. He was very strong here. here at 2022 spring, I think very strong. Last year's championship race, this year his spring race he was not bad. I kind of expected this from him, to be honest.
I mean, I expected him to run well, but like the announcers kept saying during the pre-race, you expect one of the Champ 4 to win. Like,
First time it hasn't.
And I feel like
hasn't
that's
happened in the Champ 4 era that a non-playoff driver won.
Yeah, I am so happy that we finally got.
That is because like the drivers are like almost expecting the other guy to just pull over for them because they're in the championship 4, but today that didn't happen.
Ross did not.
Yeah, I think that's a big
Like,
part
Ross
of
would
why it's
pull
the
over
biggest
for
surprise to me too. Is it's the first time it's ever happened since the playoff era. So.
Yeah,
I think that if it was like last year,
It's the chase era.
Blaney let Logano win, but had like Chastain's like the only driver who wouldn't do that. Had it been another driver, then he would have let Blaney.
Harvick probably would have done the same
maybe
thing as
because
Chastain.
No, Harvick would have been.
Well, the thing is that Blaney, I think.
If Ryan Newman were in that car, there's no way he's letting him around.
But yeah,
Jesus.
the thing is that last year I can't really say that's the same thing because Blaney, he was Logano's teammate, so passing him would be kind of wouldn't look very good on his record. Whereas Ross has no such loyalties.
I gotta say, is it a coincidence though that like Harvick, who's been dominant at Phoenix, he's leaving and he's sponsored by Busch Beer and Busch Beer's sponsoring Chastain next season? Strange coincidence.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure the Anheuser-Busch executives were having a good time today. I know that for a fact.
True, and I mean,
they probably feel pretty confident that they're going to sponsor Ross next season. So
yeah, and I mean, and Ross is already doing brand sponsorships. He was seen in victory lane chucking bushes and watermelon.
I mean, you also have to think about
too.
What if Ross made the championship 4? Like that's kind of disappointing.
I'm pretty sure they're coming with the watermelon bush.
They're gonna be faster next year.
That too.
I mean, look, it's been so long since we've had the champion not win the last race. Fox forgot how to show a double burnout. I was so excited that we got to see a double burnout for one of my favorite drivers with Chastain. But no, they didn't show it.
We didn't even get a watermelon smash in victory lane.
Yeah, they didn't even show that either.
Yeah, we didn't even get to see that.
We didn't even see it on social media. What are you talking about? Like social media doesn't even show
I
it
agree,
so far.
Salisbury. It was a great time.
I just saw the aftermath.
I gotta say,
this was the aftermath of the watermelon smash.
The coverage was kind of disappointing for that reason. I gotta say.
Pretty cool.
Fell flat. I think the problem is they just didn't really think about that possibility because the expectation was it's going to be one of the championship 4 winning. Chastain ruined that plan. They didn't have an idea what to do. Because frankly speaking, there's an easy way to do that. Just if you need to expand the camera lens or just double screen it and show both the guys.
Or show it in the Goodyear flip.
That's definitely a Fox moment.
Yeah,
that was
just like Fox forgetting that they have side by side.
They didn't interview Harvick for a while either. I went to pre-race coverage and showed them giving it. I got off and I waited till later and I had to look up Harvick's interview because they weren't showing it forever.
Yeah. Well, let's.
I mean, they had a lot to cover, but that's for the racing overall.
Now we get to talk about the.
Yeah, let's put
the
this
racing.
thing.
Best race ever, the Truck Series Championship.
Well, actually, we still have the heat.
Let's do the heat index real quick on this one.
I mean,
me personally, I thought it was a pretty solid race.
Championship race, but pretty boring.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought it was an average race. Definitely could have been a lot better. They definitely package. The car still needs a lot of work.
True, but it was better than before.
Get rid of the diffuser, add the treaded tires.
Yeah, that was the only crash of the day
too.
Well, Cinder crashed quickly, but yeah.
Yeah,
like
man,
I'm looking on the
give it a 7.
Discord, seeing that Bell wrecked, and that's not how I should know that Bell wrecked. You should be immediately pulling off of commercials like, "Look at what happened to Bell." Blah blah blah.
That's not. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. Like they can't just do that. They have to run an ad block.
Yeah,
they
I
used
think
to
if they
break that.
could do that, they would, but they just don't have that option anymore because of the way the TV contracts are
Like the
set
only
up.
reason I knew that was thanks to MRN. Jesus Christ, they really helped me out there.
If Vegas was
And
not an SMI track, I would genuinely think that they should switch it to Vegas. But since it's an SMI track, it's not going to happen, unfortunately. So
Well, no,
Instead,
Vegas.
They
I'm pretty
all
sure
that money a
isn't
few years
Vegas
before the movie
is
was over.
owned by
I think that
NASCAR?
was the plan the whole time.
Kansas is SMI.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
the weather though would be the biggest problem if they were to go to Kansas. Maybe that's the only thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, it makes
but
it easier for me to go to a championship race.
That is true.
Didn't they
I
make
mean,
Pocono like a
in
late
that case,
October race?
make Watkins Glen the championship race.
Oh God, Bob.
Oh good lord.
Maybe if they added grass
Maybe
on the track,
Atlanta.
then yeah.
Biggest disappointment of the
Atlanta would
season
be
race,
tight.
Watkins Glen probably.
Also,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
before I end stream here, I do want to make a special announcement. Want to announce
cool.
the winner of the Cup Series bracket challenge.
Ooh.
Dominator 48 has won. Massive congratulations to him. He just needed a new champion today. That's all he needed. If
No,
Larson won, it
I
was not
needed
good.
somebody that ended with whose last name started with a B. That's what
Now
I
just
needed.
tell me what
Good job.
track you going to now with those passes.
Is
I'm
Dominator in
leaning
here?
between. Yeah, I'm right
He
here.
is.
Yeah.
I'm leaning between Kansas and Phoenix because logistically, those are the best two for me to drive to.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Because I am too young for a rental car.
And I will be taking a flight to either one of those. So just let me know.
Got
Hell
it.
yeah.
You get to meet up with Dog
Trucks and Xfinity,
Dog
you know
Leg
those
Matt.
yet?
Yeah, we'll do a little dog leg meetup. If it's in Phoenix, Nino
Yeah.
will be there too, so that'll be fun.
Hell yeah.
Out of pure curiosity,
Hey, what's up,
see,
Hector?
Matt,
Thanks for joining us.
Who were the closest people in terms of second and
So
third,
yeah,
et cetera,
I'm actually
et cetera?
luckily I have that data right here in front of me.
Oh, you're Denny Hamlin pulling out the data.
It's the SMT data presented by Dogleg Media. So, actually, the person who finished
I thought Dice was
second,
wearing that.
the person who finished second was you, Elite. You finished.
I figured that as much.
You figured
How much was
a
behind?
very tough 5 points behind.
Who's third?
Yeah.
Third place was a tie between Donuts and Ben.
Who finished last?
Do we
Oh,
really
that'd
want
be
me to
interesting.
tell that?
I mean, I think it was me. I think it was me.
I'm pretty. It was me because I had. I'm pretty sure it was me because I had Harvick in the round of 4. So that
I had Blaney
No,
out.
I don't think it
Blaney out
was.
in the round of 16.
It wasn't you. It was
Coleslaw.
no.
Okay, actually, let's ask. Actually, but this is a better question. Just for the sake of who was the lowest finishing out of everyone in this Discord call, and does everyone consent to having their score revealed?
Let's see.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
have.
I think so.
Okay, well, last place is not on this call, so that's good.
Good.
Damn.
Let's see.
It's either me or
There's-
Neno, probably.
There's my wife telling me that I need to stop, that I'm going too long. Okay, I hate to be this guy. I really do. We had a tie for last place on this Discord call.
Here we go.
my
Here we
God.
go.
It was Redneck and Nino.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what happens when you pick Blaney to be out in the round of 16, and then he wins the championship.
And then yeah.
Wait. Who was second? Who was the second person? Sorry.
Nino and Redneck Jesus.
Oh, see, that's what I get for being optimistic and having Harvick in the round of 4, man, and having Truex.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna if this happens next season, we do another one of these. I'm gonna try to make the worst one possible.
There you go.
Listen,
Clearly
there's a-
watch you win.
Dylan and all of it.
I'm gonna air out a strategy that didn't work out this year, but it will work out in one of these years.
Oh, is it the Byron guy?
Yeah, some dude just picked Byron to win every single race, and that is a bold strategy. That, I mean, it got him 3 bonus points, but you got to think. I mean, you pick a guy that wins 2 or 3 times in the 10-race stretch. That could be the game changer.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it worked
Like,
with Texas, and that was it.
Imagine if it was like the 2011 season, Tony Stewart wins like 5 races again, and you picked him.
Or Kyle Larson in 2021. I mean, he won 4 or 5 too. So
yeah.
I will say this though, that can also backfire quite badly. For example, if someone picked Truex to win every single race, oh dear God, that would have ended badly.
I picked Truex to win, I think, like 2 or 3 in the playoffs. That was rough.
all right, guys. Y'all continue this conversation. I'm gonna go see what my wife needs. She just asked me to come help her, so I'm gonna say goodbye to stream.
I'm
We're gonna
glad
go
I
out
didn't
there,
participate. Okay.
and I'll be right back, y'all. Thanks for a great one. I'll be back.
Yep.
Hurry up.
All right, stream. Thanks again so much for joining us today. This is the last race react of the season. It's not going to be the last live stream of the season. I've got some cool things planned for the off season. Next week was supposed to be a 2-upload week. I was going to do the team history of Wood Brothers, and I was going to do the next Xfinity Series number history. With the COVID, I don't know how these symptoms are going to come into play. My throat now just feels a little bit of scratchy, so I don't know how that's going to play if it starts to get a little bit worse with recording, being tired, whatnot. But regardless, we will at least have 1 upload and probably 3 or 4 more shorts. Let me know in the comments. You guys are awesome. Let me know if you like the shorts. They're really fun to make. But anyway, that'll do it for us here, guys. I'm gonna go see what my wife needs. Try to rest up a little bit. But until next time, guys, this is the post race react presented by Dogleg Media. I'll see you next time.